everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Green Lantern Corps Jade. This is the newest red platinum figure. She's been showing up at both Walmart and GameStop. So let's take a look at the packaging. 22 moving parts, McFarlane toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse Jade, McFarlane Platinum Edition. This is a red platinum, which basically means it's not a paint variant, but it's a completely different figure that you can't order online, and you have to go to stores to get. Here she is in the package. We have 2 alternate hands, and then she has 2 hands with energy effects, display stand, and collector's card. One side of the package, Jade from the Green Lantern Corps. Other side, Jade. At the bottom, here's her barcode, if that helps anybody. And in the back, there's Jade posted up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open her up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here she is with all the accessories laid out. She has a display stand, a collector's card, and then 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands, 2 of which are normal hands, 2 of which are energy hands. Before taking a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So Jade here is one of the 2 twin children of Alan Scott and Rose Canton. Alan Scott was the original Green Lantern. He would get his lantern powers from putting his power ring on. But she was sort of born with those powers. They didn't come into fruition until she was an adult. And there have been times that she has actually lost her powers, and then Kyle Rayner gave her a power ring, inducting her into the Green Lantern Corps, give her powers again, which she eventually regained. So she typically has Green Lantern powers without using a lantern ring. So her powers are via Starheart, which is pretty much the Green Lantern powers without a ring, energy manipulation, telepathy, psychic amplification, magical empowerment, hypnotism, astral projection, intangibility, invisibility, chlorokinesis, whatever that means. And then, of course, she also can use a power ring and have the power of flight, force field generation, interstellar travel, space survivability, generation and control of green hard light constructs, and the real-time translation of all languages. So, she's what I consider an anomaly, a Green Lantern that doesn't need a power ring, kind of a cool concept. So let's take a closer look. She has green skin, which is part of the fact that she has these lantern powers without the ring. Her hair looks pretty good, green hair, some sort of black highlights going on there, smiling face. She has that, I don't know, sort of Green Lantern logo on her chest, white outfit, green skin exposed in certain places. It looks like this body is based off the Nightfall Catwoman body, but we'll check that out in depth shortly. These are the 2 energy effect hands, and I'm really glad she came with regular hands as well. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, a pretty good looking figure, and clever reuse. I think it works pretty good on Jade here. And a closer look at her face and head sculpt, which I think is pretty good. And I just wanted to show you guys that Jade here has no power ring, which is actually correct when she's wearing this outfit. This is when she had the sort of Green Lantern type powers that were inherited and passed down to her. She has wore a lantern power ring and the traditional Green Lantern Corps outfit. That would have made a really cool platinum chase variant of her. But of course, she's already a platinum, so making a platinum of a platinum is something even McFarlane has not stooped to doing yet. Although I could totally see them doing a silver platinum chase variant of a red platinum. That would be hilarious, but I could totally see it happening. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as she can go with all of her removable parts detached. Now let's check out her accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's her display stand. Same McFarlane display stand we've seen countless times before. And then we have her collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Jade from the comics. Jade from Green Lantern Corps. On the back side, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Now let's look at her hands. She has 2 sets of hands, a regular pair, and a pair that look like green fire and energy. Here she is with her regular pair of hands. And here she is with the alternate pair of hands. These have green energy come out of them. Looks like green fire. Now to check out the differences, similarities, and reuse between Jade here and the Nightfall Catwoman. So let's take a closer look. Obviously, the heads are completely different. Now, the torso, I do believe it's the same thing. You can see that sort of zipper line going up and down. It's subtle, but it's there. So I'd say the torso and the stomach are the same. The diaper piece is definitely different. The arms are the same, and they did a good job utilizing the sculpting top of the gloves here because they're appropriate for Jade. The hands look to be the same, and everything's the same from the waist down. So it looks to be the same figure except for different heads, different diaper pieces, and a different paint job. Everything else looks to be the same. Here are all the McFarlane figures that utilize the Nightfall Catwoman body. I count a total of 10 of them. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, let's check out her height. From bottom to the top of her head, standing about 6.9 inches tall, maybe 6.8, which can translate to around 17.5 centimeters. And for articulation, starting with her head, of course, it can rotate side to side. She can look up, not at all, because the hair is going to obstruct that, and down about that far, so quite limited with the up and down motion. Can't tilt her head from side to side because the hair. Shoulders on a ball joint goes about 90 degrees, up, down, around. She's got this butterfly ring between her shoulder and chest, increase the range of motion, and covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut hidden very nicely with the glove. Double jointed elbows. Her wrist can rotate, and it's hinged as well. Ball joint her torso, rotate around, forward and back, tiniest bit. Another one in her waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, good range of motion. Legs complete as splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is non-existent. Legs go forward, about that much. Back not at all. Double jointed knees. And her ankle, forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and toe articulation. Here's a look at Jade, hovering above the city skies. Lantern energy coming out of her. Now let's check her out next to some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Green Lantern figures. Here's Jade next to Alan Scott. He's the OG Green Lantern that was introduced back in the 40s. He's her father. McFarlane has made 3 different versions of Alan Scott. We have the Platinum Glow-in-the-Dark version, the regular version, and then the evil Dark Knight's Metal version. He's Jade's father, and she has a twin brother named Obsidian. Here she is next to Kyle Rayner. They were a couple for a while. He even got her a power ring when she lost her sort of inherited Green Lantern type powers. And eventually she got her powers back, and then that Lantern ring was passed on to John Stewart. And McFarlane has made 4 different versions of Kyle Rayner, 1 Blue Lantern, and 3 Green Lantern figures. Here's Jade, next to Hal Jordan, both classic and modern. Then, next to John Stewart, both classic and modern. Next, with Guy Gardner and Simon Boz. And now, next to various Green Lantern Corps members, we have Abed Sewer, Tomar Ray, Kilowog, Sinestro, Arcus Chumuk, and the Green Man. Here's a look at my entire Green Lantern collection. Now to add one more, Jade, to the mix. Jade is the first female Green Lantern they've made. I would say at this point, the most notable omission is Jessica Cruz. I sure hope McFarlane gets around to making her before it's all said and done. And here's a look at all of my lanterns. Yellow lanterns, red lanterns, blue lanterns, white lanterns, black lanterns, and green lanterns. And since this guy is a Platinum Chase variant, let's check out all the different Platinum Chase variants McFarlane has released. Here are all the different Platinum Chase variants from 2020 through the end of 2023. And then here are all the Platinum Chase variants from 2024. Boy, did they really crank up the volume. They were cranking out so many Platinums last year, and it looks like this year is going to be about the same. And here are all the Platinum Chase variants I have from 2025. It looks like we're going to have as many this year as we did last year. On the far left, we have the Silver Platinum Chase variants. That basically means there are 2 figures in the same wave, one with a certain paint job, and one is a rare variant with a different paint job. And then from Jade on down to the right, those are the Red Platinum Chase variants. Those are basic figures that don't have a regular release, and you can't order them online typically, and you have to try to find them in stores, thus getting your butts in the stores. That is the whole purpose of a Platinum Chase variant, really to appease retailers, to get people to go hunting because you can't order them online. Now it looks like I have the majority of them that are out so far. There are 2 I don't have that are not pictured. That would be the Platinum Year 1 Gordon and the Platinum Icon figures. I actually have both of them on the way. So here would be my current want list. 1 additional Batman Year 1 Platinum for my unopened collection. 1 additional Batman Year 1 Gordon for my unopened collection. 1 additional Platinum Orange Batman for my unopened collection. 1 Superpowers Unmasked Batman for the newest wave. 1 Superpowers Walmart exclusive Black Manta back from Wave 4, which I never attained, and that is my only Superpowers figure that I need. And then 2 of the DC Direct, the new Batman Adventures Batman figures in his red suit. That is from the newest wave. If anyone out there has a lead on where I can get one, or can point me in the right direction, or can possibly help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Now stick around. Next is one of the recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here she is, next to the rest of the figures that I got at Walmart. We have both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Year 1 Batman, Green Lantern Corps Jade, DC Classics Bizarro, and the Year 1 Gordon. Here's Jade, next to the elusive, stolen, killing joke Joker. And here she is, next to McFarlane's Collector's Edition Wave 10, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Deadshot, Year 2 Batman, and Adam Strange. Then, next to the digital Wave 4, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Two-Face and Dr. Fate, and then the Silver Age Superman. And now, with some recent Walmart exclusives, we have the Nightfall, Nightmare Azrael, the Patina Dark Knights of Steel Batman, and the Jokerized Death Metal Batman. Here's Jade, next to the most recent wave of Page Punchers. We have Supergirl from Woman of Tomorrow, and then the Kingdom Come Superman, Starman, and Damage. And here she is, next to the Grim Knight vs. Killer Croc 2-pack. Then, next to the Entertainment Earth exclusive Blacklight Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, and the GameStop exclusive Frostbite George Clooney Batman. And now, with Batman in his armored suit from Justice League the 6th Dimension, and Batman 1,000,000. And finally, here she is, next to some recent comic Batman figures. We have the Justice Lord Batman, the Cowardly Lot Batman, and both the purple and orange versions of the Rainbow Batman. Now stick around, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how she fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix her with. Since she's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. But first, let's check out what some of her McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all McFarlane toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jag-specific wrestling figures, and some Diamond Select toys, here's Jade, next to a bag of corn chips. And here she is, with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a really nice Jade figure. Here would be my complaints. Because of the high heels and the way the figure's designed, she can be kind of difficult to stand up at times. I think this Nightfall Catwoman body works great for Jade. She has the thigh-high boots, the gloves that go up to her biceps. Those are sculpted for Nightfall Catwoman, but are quite appropriate for Jade. Their face and hair look great. She has the energy effect hands, which are okay. Her articulation is everything you expect from a modern McFarlane figure. Sculpt and paint job are great. If I had to rate this figure, I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10. It's a character I wasn't really that excited for, but I think they pulled it off nicely, and the reuse is excellent. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.